members of the church, I appreciate the warm welcome that I've gotten. Okay, testing. All right, I wrote down a couple of things because I'm not familiar. Pastor Doreen, choir and member and musician, and mostly Marie. Thank you for allowing me to come to your church and be here. All right, she allowed me 5 minutes. Hopefully I can keep it in 5 minutes. All right, here's the thing. My name is Cherryl Williams, and I am a doctor. I am a passionate doctor. I do acupuncture, and I also do a therapeutic approach to helping yourself to get better. I'm also politically involved, and I know Anne-Marie doesn't want me to touch on this because I have something to say to you guys from Jamaica that's very, very important. I do come from Jamaica. I was born there. I was born in St. Mary, which is a country environment, up in the mountains, away from everything, and here I am in America. Let me ask you, where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Kilgore, Texas, but I
No,
was raised in Oklahoma.
No, your family.
My family?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Is your family from Ireland?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We have Irish.
All right. Everybody, the reason why I asked that question is not to point anybody out specifically. My work is very, very thorough. I go all over the world to find out what happened in Ireland, how were they affected by the potato famine, what caused it, how did they overcome it. I'm very, very deep into what I do. All right, everybody in this room, can you attest to the fact that we all eat, right?
Yes.
And there are choices for what we eat. If you're old enough, you will recall something like Swanson's dinner, where, it's very easy, it's very convenient, let's just get it quick and it's gonna work out somehow. Years later, we found out that it affected people in such a way, you might not have seen it immediately, but to us housewives, well, I wasn't a housewife, but I was a little kid. It was the fastest thing to do. But we find out what happened because we chose that route. Everybody in this room, do you consume some level of fruit or vegetable?
Yes.
Be honest. Every week that you make a decision, you pick up a fresh fruit or vegetable.
Yes.
May I ask, what is yours?
Right.
Yeah, what's your particular fruit or vegetable?
Well, I eat like fruit is orange, banana, and apple.
Okay, and yours, I need to hear this. What is yours?
Mostly banana, but orange and pineapple and,
Okay, sir?
peach.
Okay. All right, now, I noticed excuse me, because you're from Jamaica, what do you get?
Everything in season, really. Whatever
Okay.
is in season.
Everybody, if you come from Jamaica, there's not really a cost factor, because you could always run down the street and look up, and there's some fruit going on there.
Yeah.
So there are times that it's not even a fact of what you have in your pocket in terms of money. I'm sorry, maybe I should have, okay. All right, so, okay, we all agree that we consume. The common denominator that I heard here is banana. Is there a reason why you would select banana? Could you please answer that, somebody?
It's easy.
Okay, do I hear the word easy?
Easy tasty.
Potassium, it's available, and so, okay. Remember, and I started off talking about Swanson, how they made it convenient. We just, put it in the freezer, and then we could have a meal. It could have been like turkey, some gravy or something. You're too young. You guys are too young to know this. But they may have some of this stuff around. It may not be Swanson dinner. Okay, so we agree that convenience is important. Now, do you think your life is affected
every aspect of your life is affected by your health.
And yes, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Would you say getting along with your family and being able to do things for your children, your health is affected?
Yes. Right, yes.
Okay. How about your economics? Is that affected? Okay, because remember, we're working people. We need to get up, we need to make it to the job, and do other things. So, we do agree then that you are the most valuable thing in terms of what you need to do in the world. You are the one that's really the most valuable. It's not your work, it's just something you're doing. So that brings it home to what I'd like to suggest and communicate with you on. Because you know you are the most important person. It's not really your job. And remember, your quality of your relationship with your family all depends on how you're feeling. So, what I like to promote is this. I would like you guys to understand it is very, very important. I don't mean to sound in an electoral way. I'm hoping that I'm conveying this in a motivating way in terms of guidance, that you need to make choices. Now, I come from St. Mary, and for anybody who's not from Jamaica, St. Mary is a community where we have bananas. If you consider most of the bananas, it comes from a foreign place because a climatic condition causes that. Now, when I was a kid, I'm in the car, I'm with my family, and I was like, why does it smell like this? Like, it was over by where they have the banana. Like, why would it smell like it? Like, you could just smell the odor. What I found out as I grew up getting involved in my kind of work, I put two and two together. It was the gases that they were using to make the banana ripen, to be prepared to come here. And again, we're talking gases to ripen up a banana so to get here and so you can consume it. I'm not saying banana is no good. Please, that's not what I'm saying. Banana is a good thing, but I'm saying that there's that and other things, and I like to list a few. Would you guys mind if I say a couple of other things that may be beneficial? Is it all right with you? Is it okay? All right, and I'm going to explain to you specifically why, so you will agree and you will actually really do it. First thing is romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce is chief provider in chromium. Chromium is what you need for your pancreas. You don't have to be diabetic to worry about this. You're thinking about your body. In addition to that, the romaine lettuce also offers something else. It's a water-generated type of vegetable where you're also hydrating your system. So please make that to be your number one. There is another kind. It's the other one, it's the iceberg. Now, I don't know if you've been to Iceland, but whenever you hear the word ice, there is a reason. That is a coal-generated type of lettuce that it injures your body internally with coal. You're not going to see it in the way that I'm saying it. It's going to manifest in a condition or how you're feeling, but it takes time. It doesn't happen like, automatically. It's not going to do it like that. So that's the main thing, and why I will express to you that romaine lettuce is the best is because it's also magnesium. And there is a lot of population of people, you'll go to your MDs and they'll say, okay, well, let's do a panel here. Oh, okay, well, you're low in magnesium. Okay, well, let me run and let me go get a pill. It's cheaper to go get the romaine lettuce, and you're having it consistently because it's doing something for you in a bigger way. And I'm not going to come down on pills because there are times that people do need to take certain things, depending on where you are. I don't know, what's going on, but I'm just saying. All right, Now, okay, romaine is very, very important. Banana is important, that's true. Just look good at it to see where it's coming from. Like, you see like Ecuador and these places, like, it's really, really good. In fact, there's a place across the street. Guys, I'm not in any partnership with those people to say go over there. But what I've learned when I go to R&B produce right here is that most of the stuff that they're getting, because I always ask them, where did you get it from? And it's not tainted or being affected by pesticides. So, I'm just saying that if I could offer this, wherever you may be, try your best to get it from those places, because pesticides is another thing. You're not seeing it, but still it's affecting the things that you're consuming. So please, pay attention to that and take note of that. There is a banana there, it's called burro. Now you may not be knowledgeable about it, and it doesn't really, really matter. Because I have some friends, they come from Greece, they're across the street from me. Just recently, I gave them some plants, okay? And they were like, well, what is that? I was like, well, I went up to Winn-Dixie and I got some olives, and they were very good. In other words, encourage yourself to try things from other places, because every country has its good, notable thing. In closing, everybody, water is another thing that it sounds so small and stupid that your dehydration happens. So I recommend in the morning and before you go to bed. And for you guys, Antoinette and Shernette in the back, I'm telling you, my heart is so much in this because, again, I come from Jamaica. What I know that's happening, you don't have to believe me. It doesn't matter if you believe me. It matters that you know it. People are going to Jamaica. Jamaica is a third world country. It's not a first world. And you're hearing individuals are coming there with a bag, with gifts to help you. It is not true. They're coming there with a gift of bags to experiment on you. Do your best. Try to get foods that's more clean. It's a whole food. It's not like in the package. And me, including myself, I'm not here to put anybody down. We are all equally responsible for ourselves. And it all matters on the choices that we make. I know I went a little bit over time, and I knew it would kind of happen because I'm really passionately involved in what I do. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the fact that you was courteous enough to offer me the attention so I could, get over what I'd like to say. And I also appreciate how you asked me about me and invited me back. And yes, I'll be back. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anne-Marie, thank you.